is Julie. Welcome to my channel. And well, in this video, well, my original purpose is to show you how to make a corner to corner stitch, or any corner to corner project, and how to do corner to corner so that you can probably do a scarf or a blanket. But is that my cat? I don't know if you can hear my cat in the background. Meowing like crazy. So anyway, I ended up making this cowl and joining, as we were finishing up, we were joining with the beginning of the scarf as we went along. So if you want to see how I did that, make sure you stick around to the end of toward the end of the video. Otherwise, if you wanted, you can also use this video to show you how to do any corner to corner project. So without further ado, let's get started on this video. To get started on our corner to corner cowl, or simply just how to do corner to corner, I'm using some medium weight yarn, size 4, and a size H hook. You can vary this with every yarn or hook size you want. We're going to start by making a chain of 6. 4, 5, and 6. Now, in the 4th chain from the hook, we're going to do a double crochet, and do a double crochet in the remaining 2 chains. Okay, so we have our little square here. Chain 3s and 3 more double crochets. We're going to chain another 6. Right, we're going to turn our work so that the chain 6 is along the bottom, and we've turned our little square to its side. We're going to try and find the 4th chain from the hook, and we're going to do a double crochet. And do a double crochet in our remaining 2 chains here. Okay, so now we're going to do that. You see our square here is up against this other square. You're going to slip stitch into the top of this double crochet next to the chain 3. So we slip stitch to join it with that square. We're going to chain 3. Then we're going to do 3 double crochets, I guess, inside this chain 3 space. There, now if you can see, our corner is starting, and we are increasing. So now we're going to do again chain 6. And we're going to turn our work so the chain 6 is along the bottom. For the chain from the hook, we're going to do a double crochet, Then we're going to do a double crochet in our remaining chains here. Now for next row, you see our next, it's next to its next little, I guess we'll call it a block. We're going to find this double crochet next to the chain 3 here, slip stitch into that to join it, chain 3, do 3 double crochets into this chain 3 space here, and then again we're next to this other square. We're going to slip stitch into this double crochet next to the chain 3 space, chain 3 again, and 3 double crochets into that chain 3 space. Again, there. Again, now we're going to start seeing that corner forming. And we're increasing in this manner. So we're going to keep doing that until this is, we're going to go about 4 to 5 inches for this video. Maybe more. So this is how we're increasing. So I will show you at some point when we get to a height we want it. Like if you were making a blanket or a scarf. And then show you how we're going to keep increasing, on one side. When we're we're not, and more it's decreasing on the other side. So we're going to keep doing this until I get about 4 or 5 inches on one side. Okay, I should probably note that I'm not physically changing colors. It's a self-striping yarn. So anyway, I digress. I got this. I don't know if you can tell on camera. I have this the height. I don't want to. This is about 7 inches. I don't want to add any more to this end. We're going to start keeping it, which I guess technically is a decrease. So we want to keep it straight on this end. But this other end, I want to keep increasing. So this will be good if you want to like make rectangular corner to corner projects. But we're going to stop increasing this end and increase this end. So we're going to do like before, we keep increasing. So we're going to do like before, which is where we chain 6. And do a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. And in the remaining 2 chains, and before we were going to join up with this other square, we're going to slip stitch into the double crochet that's closest to the chain 3, chain 3, and 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space, slip stitch into the double crochet next to the chain 3 space, chain 3, 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space, and slip stitch into that double crochet next to the chain 3 space. And we could keep doing this until we reach the end of our, well, I'll let you know in a minute when we get to that final square. Okay, we're up to our final square, so this is our chain 3, okay, now we have reached our final square, and we are going to join like we had before, but we're not going to chain 3 because we are at this now we're decreasing, so we're at the height here. So what we're going to do now for our decrease is we're going to turn, we're going to slip stitch into our double crochets up to the top of the square. You can see it now. So we are no longer increasing this end. We are pretty much, they're decreases, or pretty much we're going to keep this straight edge. So we can see that we did decreases along the square. Chain 3, and we're going to proceed like before. You can do 3 double crochets into that chain 3 space, and slip stitch into the double crochet next to the chain 3. Okay, so yeah, let's see if you can see that now. So yeah, this is how you do our decrease. So then we're just going to keep going like before. Okay, so now we are at the other end. This end, we are still doing we're still increasing this end, so we will chain 3. Do our 3 double crochets. This end, and chain 6. Because we're still increasing this end, we're still making this end longer. So 4th chain from a hook, we are doing our 3 double crochets. Going back up the other end. stitch, chain 3. Okay, again, we have reached our decrease end. So we're just going to slip stitch. With the double crochet to join our end. But we're done. Let's say this is the decrease end, so we're just going to turn at this point. And slip stitch. Up to chain 3s. Or if by chance, if you were going to do multiple colors and just changing colors, you could have finished it off here and just joined up at this top. Double crochet. And chain 3. So we're doing a slip stitch because we're not changing yarns or anything. But if you were changing yarns and trying to do that stripe in the corner using multiple different colors of yarn, you could have just easily finished off the top and just had joined at top of this double crochet. So hopefully I didn't make it too confusing, but again, this is our decrease end. So we're going to keep doing that until I get this other side as long as I want it. I think I'm making it into a cowl, so it might be about maybe 30 inches or so. So I'll let you know what I'm going to do next, because then at that point we're going to decrease both corners. Okay, I got this to where I want it. Now if you were going to want to keep it as a normal scarf or a blanket, you would decrease like you did over here on both ends. And what's going to happen is that it's going to form into, finish off the project till you have one little square left. And that will complete the project. But I am going to form this into a cowl, and full disclosure, this is new for me too. There's just a thought I had in mind. It's like, yeah, let's see if I can join as we go to make the cowl. So I just finished the last part of the increase, which was the chain 3 and the 3 double crochets. So at this point, I'm going to chain 3. Then we find the other end, make sure I don't twist it, the other end of my scarf or cowl. Then I'm going to join about right here at the corner with just a slip stitch. I'm going to chain 3. Now, okay, moving this so I can see my work here, where we're going to join. Okay. Now I'm going to join the top of the, okay, let's see if we can see better. So I joined at this corner, I chained 3, I'm going to join up in here, got this square here. I'm going to join up there with a slip stitch. And then like normal, I'm going to do the 3, I'm going to do 3 double crochets. Into the 3 chains. Yep. then you can probably see how our first square is joined up there. And I'm going to proceed on like normal, like before. Slip stitch into double crochet that we're onto the side, chain 3, and then I'm going to proceed up this like normal, like before, and then I will get back with you when I turn around and start to join with the other end of the cowl. Okay, I am back to where we're about to join the square I'm about to make to the edge of the cowl. So we're going to do our 3 double crochets as normal. Join with this square like we would normally do. 5 by 1, 2. All right, now this is going to get a little challenging here. We're going to do our decrease as normal, our 3 slip stitches. But then we are going to correspond and slip stitch to join with the next square up on the cowl. So I think I'm just going to slip stitch in between those 2. Then we're going to chain 3. And like before, we have to attach. Oh, okay, I'm trying to fix. Okay. But before we could do our 3 double crochets into the square, like normal, we're going to attach it to this next square up. Let's do a slip stitch. Okay, let me readjust so we can hopefully see better. So you can see it's attaching, and then going back up, we're going to do like normal, 3 double crochets into this chain 3 space. Okay, let's see if we can see what we're doing here. Kind of slip stitching where the squares are meeting up where needed. As you can see what's going on here. So we attached it here after we were starting our decrease. Attached it here, and then we chained 3. And then we attached it with a slip stitch to the next square. So hopefully you can see what's going on here. So again, and then we would proceed like we would normally would. Slip stitch with that 3 double crochet, chain 3, and 3 double crochets into that space, chain 3 space. Okay, and then we would go back up and decrease as normal, come back, and then I will show you again because I know this might be kind of a little hard to see. We have, again, I have made the square that's going to come in contact, or that's next to the outer edge. So just to tell you what's going to happen, I'm going to slip stitch up along this, and after I slip stitch, I'm going to slip stitch into the other side to correspond with this other square, chain 3, and slip stitch into this top of this other square. So let us do that. I'm trying to do this so you can see it the best. Okay. I know I'm at a bad color right now too. It's a dark color, hard to see. Slip stitch, and then we're going to find the corresponding side of the square. Slip stitch to join. Chain 3. And we're going to slip stitch in between the next 2 squares on the edge of that scarf to join. And then we're going to go back and proceed as normal. 3 double crochets. Into this chain 3 space, and we turn it to the side, like, and what it says, we're just now proceeding back as before. Slip stitch into, yeah, I know we're in blue, it's hard to see, but we are at this point proceeding like before. Let's see if we can see how we're joined, so how we're joining up. So far. Now, had I planned this better, I would have tried to, I know what the point is, we're trying to join the 2 sides. Better planning would have been like, could have got the color so it looked almost seamless, but I didn't do that, and I digress. So we are proceeding before, and we're gonna go, and then I'll come back, and then we'll keep decreasing until we get joining up along the sides. We have approached again. We get to join the other edge. Slip stitching like normal, like before. I know we're in the color you can't see. 2. Okay, that's 3rd one's up way up here. Stitching like before. Right, see if we can turn you so you can see the 2 edges. Slip stitch up. 3 like 4, and then we're looking at our next square. To join is right there. Slip stitch in between the 2 squares. Chain 3. And we're going to slip stitch again up this next square. And proceed as before. 3 double crochets. Into the chain 3 space. And proceed. So we are almost done because we have 2 more left to join. Okay, so again, we're gonna meet up with our seam here, and we're about done. So I'm going to find where slip stitch into third. We're going to slip stitch to join, and our double crochet like before as normal. Turn, we're going to slip stitch up the 3 double crochets as to decrease. Oh, then we're going to again join, there's 4, chain 3, join. We are at the outer edge, so we're going to join there. Do 3 double crochets into our chain 3 space and slip stitch into the top of our last one, and look at that, we're done. We are joined and this is done. All we do is we cut this off and we finish it off, and that's it. That's our couple. And there you have it. I love it when a plan comes together, because if you had planned this right, you could have got this so that the color would have gone. See, even I was having a hard time. Okay, that's where we join. I wasn't planning initially when I made this video to have them join, as I mentioned in the intro. So if you did like this tutorial and it helped you in how to do any corner to corner project, please like this video. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to my channel. And I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye now.